Oh, hey guys, David Schneider, Whiskey City Trad Gear, coming to you with another video. Today, it's gonna be like a two-part video. Today, I'm gonna review the blind that I use. It's the Ameristep Brickhouse blind. And also, I've been getting some questions. A couple people asked me, do you shoot through the screen of the blind with trad gear? Let's find out. Stay tuned. Okay, you guys, this is an Ameristep Brickhouse blind. This is a brand new one because my last one got damaged in the storm last year. Got damaged in the storm pretty good last year. And it was windy and a branch fell down on it. So it was unrepairable. So I ordered a new one. This footprint is 59 by 59 inches. The shooting width is 75 inches. It's 16 pounds. I think the interior length, I think it's 77 inches or 67 inches. I can't remember. 67 inches to the top. Anyway, and yeah, it's pretty easy to set up. And yeah, let's do that now. There it is, done. Now, obviously, I would have to put some stakes down and whatever. But here it is, guys. This is the Ameristep Brickhouse blind, okay? And I'm out of the screen, so let me get over here. This is the Ameristep Brickhouse blind. The reason I used it last year, and I've used this on 3 archery hunts for turkeys. The reason I like it, most genuinely, when birds come in, I don't call a lot, but when they do come in, I've only got the decoys about 6 to 8 yards out in front of the blind. So one thing's for certain, you got to have that headspace. Of course, I shoot with a shorter bow during turkey season, as short as I can possibly get by with, and I've got a new bow ordered this year. Should be getting here like tomorrow. It's going to give me a good week and a half to practice with it before turkey season. But anyway, yeah, the turkeys are only like 6-7 yards away, and I'll show you that with a decoy and a bow. And so I need to aim down, you know, and I'll show you from the inside when we sit down in there. You need to aim down. You're not aiming dead level. Most genuinely, every time I'm aiming a bit down. So I like these windows here on the side. I kind of cater them to my need. I'll offset the decoys a little bit. And as you can see, these zip down on the side. And yeah, it's got that mesh netting in it. I'm wondering if we can shoot through it. I've never shot through it, and I'll be honest with you. But yeah, we'll check that out and see how that works. Just a couple other things to consider. I've got some chairs out here. I'm going to talk about them in just a second. And guys, the dimensions of this thing, I was right, it's 67 inches to the top. And I know they make, for trad bows especially, you want all the room you can possibly get up high. There is no doubt. But this one has served me well. This is a 58-inch recurve. It's the $25 bow from the video that I did earlier. But anyway, this one will work, as you can see. This one will work even if I pick it up. And I'll show you some examples when I get inside. However, this one will work inside of there for me just fine. There it goes, $25 bow. Another thing I wanted to touch on, I'll put in the description below. These are the stakes. These are the hammer in, basically just run of the mill. I'm not even going to open this thing, but it's got average tent stakes in it, and it's got rope where you can, you know, tether it off, which is great. I don't use these. I use the ones I'm going to put in the description. I usually leave my blind out all of turkey season, and actually I've got multiple blinds. This year I'll be hunting in another state. I got a blind over there that I'm going to leave out, And I get the lag screw type off of Amazon or wherever else, you know, you want to order them online. And it just takes like a 10mm socket. Whap. That's the noise it makes. Whap. You just screw them down in the ground. It keeps it nice and secure. And then I also, this Ameristep Brickhouse, it's got these holes here. This is like almost like a cheap molly gear where you can put branches in there and whatnot. Now, I do that especially on a new blind because it takes off some of that sheen. As you can tell, we're out in the sun here, so now my shadow's cast on there, but it's kind of got a sheen to it. And I wasn't going to get this in depth in this video. What I will do with this blind, I will spray this whole thing with just a regular 1-gallon pump sprayer, like a Thompson's water seal, a water sealer. The last blind I had absolutely lasted me 7-8 years. The last brick house I had, maybe 6 years. Maybe I'm being a little generous. And I left that thing out in the field all of turkey season for 6 seasons. So yeah, I had to replace it this year. And I'm messing around a little bit with blinds this year. So I've actually got a couple other ones for some other spots that I got. And as crazy as it seems, and you guys might argue with me, you know, I've got a couple brick houses where I think I'm gonna have success, but I've got a couple other blinds to try, so I can compare them against the brick house. And that's what I'm doing with chairs also this year, guys. Down here on the end, I used to be a big fan of the double bowl blind. I didn't do anything but hunt out a double bowl. That's my double bowl chair, and that's the chair I'm comfortable with. However, they make these chairs that sit lower to the ground, like this chair in the middle, and then your regular camp chair. Now, the thing about that is this. In a blind, you need all the actual room you can get. Now, this sits pretty daggone low, right? And if I back up from the window, I back up, and, you know, I'm looking out the corner here, like say I'm in the blind here, turn my bow around, right? It would be some kind of me sitting in the middle of the blind in a maneuver like this. Almost be a vertical hold, you know, coming up. I got my hat on. But, you know, that way you can see, hopefully, the blind behind me. I'm not going above the blind. My bow starts out really low, and it's something like this, or like this. But I'll practice out of this blind plenty before season. So yeah, this chair I like. It's about the same height as my double bowl. I'm probably going to stick with the double bowl because it's cut in a triangle, and it's more room for the legs, and you can swing around in it a little easier. Now, this chair here, yeah, I tried this chair. This chair would be great for a gun hunter. Not me. I tried this chair. I tried to scoot up in it. I couldn't, yeah, it wasn't graceful. Let me put it that way. So I don't like it. This is the chair that I've used for years and years and years. And you can see I can turn plumb around in it here, put my leg like this, start up, something like that. So, yeah, guys. So that's what we're looking at. So that's a quick run over the chairs. Let's see. I'll waterproof this thing. I go over it when I get it set up. Make sure all the Velcro, see how that Velcro netting is not lined up? I make sure all that's lined up. There's a few other little things I'll do inside, and I'll show you that now. Okay, guys, so here you go. I got the door open. I got this window down right here, and this is the netting I'm going to be talking about. Most every one of your blinds has got them. And, you know, I know a lot of the compound shooters shoot through there. I'll be honest with you. I've never shot through the netting, but we're going to try it and see what happens here today. If it affects the flight of the arrow any at all, it's pretty thick netting, you know. But these are some things that I want to show you. I mean, most everybody knows this is pretty elementary, but open this window, get some light in there. There's my chair. If I was shooting out those corner windows over there, I would have my chair in the middle or back into this corner, turned in the direction I think that the turkeys are going to come. But I'll go ahead and get in here and show you guys. So the brick house, it's like a lot of blinds, and if you see, it's got these little toggles, you know, and it unhooks everything, and you can hook it back up. Now you can remove this netting, but it's got 2 long windows here, 2 long windows here, 2 long windows here, and it's got this window all the way around on all 4 sides. So the one thing you want to make sure of when you're in these blinds, guys, see this light at the bottom? I don't even like that. When I put this blind up and I screw the tent pegs down, I'll go put brush around the bottom of that. I'll brush it in. Another thing you want to do is make sure everything on the ground, of course this is in my yard, but make sure everything on the ground is quiet. This may seem like overkill to you, but I have taken cedar shavings that go down the co-op. You know, they use them from rabbit hutches and everything else. I've raked the leaves out with a rake. I put cedar shavings down just to keep everything underfoot quiet. But anyway, so here it is, and I'll show you how I set up in here, and yeah, hopefully this will help. Okay, guys, we got our test subject out here, and I've got him at about 10 yards, which is a little bit far. But that's where I got him. So anyway, and if you look at the blind here, you can see I got these. I don't have the blind down yet, but these are the corner windows pointed toward the bird. Okay. I more than likely usually have a camera or GoPro or something running in one, and or the big camera. That's what I like this brick house for too. It's got a hole here for a gun or something, and I don't know if you can see that. We put the big camera out of there. A lot of the times we'll just turn the tripod to face the turkey. Yeah, these are the test subjects. And here's the thing. I don't know that, you know, I've killed everything in Indiana with these things. And say what you want about them, they're not an expensive head. They're Steel Force 125s. I love them. They're big. That is a big, long head. And I can get them things razor sharp. So I've killed everything in Indiana with them except the turkey. So I'm going to try them this year on a turkey. And once I get one of these with a turkey, I'm liable to switch back to the snuffer. I shoot a snuffer, I shoot a stinger, I shoot a snuffer, and I shoot Steel Force. That's the broadheads I like to shoot. So the turkey is 10 yards in front of us. I got a really good field of view out those windows. I'll turn this around and show you. My chair is positioned in the middle. I do want the tallest part of I kind of want the tip of the bow to be in the center of the blind. A couple test draws, and you can see here, I mean, it's really small in here, so it's hard to record, but yeah, I'm right where I need to be. So without any further ado, let me lean this up here, put the camera maybe in behind me so you can get a better view. Now you're not going to be able to see that. I don't think you're going to be able to see that, but right from where the angle of the camera is, I'm going over here. The turkey is right there, 10 yards out. So, or I'm sorry, right there. So I'm going to be shooting out the right side here. Yeah, and let's put them Steel Force to work right through the old window. And I want to tell you another thing. This is a pretty light bow. I'm only shooting this bow about 42 pounds. So yeah, here we go. Right through the, I can tell right now with the arrow on, I got to scoot back a little bit. That's a full length arrow. I got to scoot back a little bit. So see if we can shoot through the netting. Here we go. That'll do it. Right where I was aiming. I probably will not take that shot in the wild, but I wanted to see if it affected the flight of the arrow. So I purposefully shot for the head. I hit him in the head. Now I'm going to go for what I would consider the kill on the bird. Yeah. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let me show you guys something. You wonder if a trad bow can shoot through the netting. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have already done this and know that the trad bow can shoot through the netting. I'm convinced now that the trad bow will shoot through the netting. I was talking to Dan O'Hearn this last week at a 3D shoot here at the Whiskey City Traditional Archers, and I I asked him, I said, you shoot through the netting? He's like, absolutely, I shoot through the netting. Yeah, there's no need to take out the netting if you don't want to take out the netting. Let me show you. Come on. I'm gonna just take this off the stand. Let's do it this way. Out the door. And guys, here's the two. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just two small, look at that, vertical tears. Just two tears, 1 and 2. There's plenty of netting there, and I know you can reorder this netting from Ameristep, or if this gets wore out, switch it with one of the other 6 or 8. I'm sorry, switch it. 2, 4, 6. I'm sorry, switch it with one of the other 5. But yeah, there we go. And the target. So, okay, so first shot, head shot, and I did that on purpose. Second shot, I was a little far back. I'm gonna turn it up on practicing on old Tom Turkey. But I go up the leg and right above the wing, like where the gold on the turkey feathers would be. So hit them high, watch them die. Hit them low, you're gonna have to be, it's iffy. So anyway, I would be okay with that shot actually. With that wide of a broadhead on there, I think, yeah. So anyway, there he is, guys. It is the Ameristep Brickhouse. I'm confident you can shoot through the netting. That's the first time I've ever done that.